You've actually played against Braylon Moore, their center at Virginia Tech, right? When he was there.
I didn't play in that game.
You didn't play in that game. Okay. So, I mean, do you guys go back and study him, or like, obviously it's an offensive line that's 4 to 5 starters are new. So how do you kind of study their offensive line?
Yeah, I mean, from my understanding, they probably have a couple guys that came in from other schools, and so, I mean, the best thing that you can do is just watch the games that they played when they were at their other school, and just kind of see what you can get from that, from a preparation standpoint.
They're more for their scheme, I guess, than actually the tendencies of the guys you want.
I think it's really about just doing, preparing for our scheme and making sure that we have all our ducks in a row. I think most of that is just, just getting your eyes on a player. And a lot of guys, I didn't play in the game, but a lot of guys did play against him this past year. So he's not completely foreign, as a personal player. But, yeah, that's how we would deal with that.
With LSU having 4 new offensive linemen this year, I mean, how much of an advantage is that for you guys?
I don't really know. Don't really know how they're going to play as a group. I know that their coach is going to put the guys out there that he's most confident in to get the job done on their end, and I feel like that we're just going to go out there and do the same. And so, I can't really predict the future and how big of an advantage that will or won't be for us. But, yeah, that's about it.
Kind of mentioned stopping the run being critical for you guys. For the first week 1 game for the season, how have you kind of seen you guys' confidence grow in that area so far this preseason, just in that to stop the run?
Yeah, I think we're very confident. Obviously we got a little bit of chip on our shoulder because of some of our results that we had last year as it pertains to stopping the run, and so that's definitely a big emphasis for us and something that we're not willing to let up, something that we've been working on all off season. And it just starts with a mindset.
Coach Allin talked about just kind of rebuilding confidence was a major point of emphasis for him. Like, how did he do that with you guys? Like, how did he get you guys more confident?
I think just the energy that he brought every day just brought confidence, just knowing that, you have somebody that believes in you and knows that you can be better. I mean, it's easy to talk about all the things that you did bad, but for somebody to come into a room and just point out the bright spots and what we really have in the room just brings confidence to a group. And so I think that's the main thing that he did right there.
He told you guys, like, you have the talent to be able to do it. You just have to do it better in terms of execution or kind of.
I mean, yeah, it's just about, just the simple things, just doing the simple things well, alignments, gap assignments, like just simple stuff. But yeah, we've got all the tools.
Any questions for Peter virtually? Anybody else in the room?
How do you, I guess, Coach me always mentioned it's just 1 game at a time. Like week 1 won't matter if you lose. When you lose week 4, like for example, I guess, how do you compartmentalize the magnitude of this 1 game, while also can't do? You don't want to get too high or too low, win or loss after the result.
Just give the results to God. We put in the work all off season, and we're confident because of the work and the preparation that we put in. And, I mean, I don't think it should be that way for any other team. And so regardless of the result, I know going into the game, at least right now, is the only thing I can speak on is pregame. And I know that I'm very confident in what the result might be if it's based merely off of the work that we put in.
Since the first time we talked, I guess, during the recruiting cycle, you talked about wanting to come here and play big games. You're like, this is why I want to be at Clemson. Is this one of those times when obviously every game is important, but you get a little extra juice thinking about what Saturday night's going to be like?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I mean, there's no shy way that we got a tremendous opponent coming in here, and it's a night game, and it's in the Valley. But at the end of the day, we're just playing another game, and I think that's what excites me the most, just being able to get out there and play football again that we haven't done in almost a full calendar year. So I think it's a little bit of mixed emotions. I think if we were playing anybody in the nation right now, first game of the year, night game in the Valley, I'd probably be super juiced up, and so it's just add a little fuel to the fire.
As a defense, the crowd's at its loudest when you guys are on the field, so trying to mess up the offense. Like, how would you describe that to somebody who's never been on the field? Like, what actually sounds good?
It's definitely electric. You definitely have to practice that way sometimes, because especially in the Valley, night game, you know, the atmosphere is crazy, great opponent. I mean, it gets loud, but definitely we pride ourselves in being a noisy, communicative defense and making sure that we all are communicating very loudly, very verbally, and we practice it that way. So in game time, it's just like we're in a zone, ready to go. It's like we're in our little bubble down there.
Do you really have to like shout to be able to hear the person that's like 5 feet away?
You gotta be pretty loud, especially on like a big third down or something like that. It gets pretty loud. It's deafening. So we got all types of stuff that we do that just to, you know, we're yelling, we tapping, we moving around on the field. It's a long process, but you know, it's worth it every play and make sure that we get the job done.
Like extra quiet after the game now that you're not hearing that anymore. Like this, your ears actually like feel it.
I'm not sure it's like extra quiet, but I mean, I've been playing football for so long. It just feels normal for it not to be anybody screaming at me when I'm not playing anymore. You know, it's just.
Spoke with Avion, and he mentioned how this game could possibly break. He thinks it will break the loudest decibel record for the stadium. Do you think that's on the table for this Saturday?
No, I definitely do. I mean, it's a lot of hype around this game from a fan's perspective. So I definitely think, like, I know our fans are going to show out. I know their fans are going to show out. I'm pretty sure it's already sold out. You know, I don't really know, but I'm sure a lot of people are going to be there, and it's gonna be a good one, man. I'm super excited, and you know, everybody, both Tigers getting in one stadium, yelling "Go Tigers," and you don't know who yelling for what team, so it'll be super fun, man. I'm excited.
Is there a talker in your group on the defensive line, whether it's TJ or Will, somebody that likes to yak at the offensive line a little bit?
I don't think Will's is much of a talker. I like to call Will like the robot. You know, the robot, he just like does everything right but don't really say much. I'd say it's probably me and 3. I say Cuddy. I mean, you just gotta, like, it's D-line, man. You gotta be kind of nasty, and so sometimes that comes with a little verbal. On top of the fact that these are guys that we, you know what I'm saying, do everything with all day. So, you know, we know stuff about them, they know stuff about us, and like we kind of, it's like growing up together with a cousin, and you always like know what to say to poke the bear a little bit. So we have fun with it. But I'd definitely say it's probably like me, TJ, Cuddy. Definitely not Will though. He just goes. He just goes. You gonna see it at how you play though, for sure.
What about GE, Mr. Five? Are they kind of same or quieter, loud on the wall?
Jaheim will get going. Steph too. I think it's kind of like the identity of our room, and then like you see every now and then you see like other people's different personalities and stuff. But for the most part, like we're pretty chippy on both sides of the ball in the trenches. So it makes practice fun too. Huh?
Get hyped up after a big play, or is he just kind of stoic?
Nah, 100%. But it's almost confusing because we laugh about it all the time. It's like you get so captivated in just how perfect he looks when he's doing everything, and it's just like he's so serious and locked in about it. He doesn't really show a lot of emotion. Maybe like after like a big play, obviously, but like he just don't really show a lot of emotion. He's like. The best way I can explain it is like a robot. Like he just, like we're in the weight room, it's like I got 10 reps and I'm not blinking until I hit all 10 of them. Like, and so that's just kind of who he is. It's actually pretty funny. But a guy like TJ, he always got something to say. So he keep us going.
With TJ, maybe we should ask him, do you know what his, I guess, for open media sessions, pre-practice, like he waves his arm in the air and like does this. Do you know what he's doing?
You might have to ask him.
Okay.
Is it?
Tiger Jacks.
Oh, after Tiger Jacks, yeah, you might have to ask him. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Anybody else for Peter? All right, Peter. Thanks for your time.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Sure.